Welcome to the JoeCool portable air conditioning unit. This was designed to be entirely self-powered and to cool airplanes, campers, tents for camping, anything where you wanted a portable air conditioning unit, and wanted to kind of show you the features that it had and what it was capable of. We basically looked at a lot of other designs and kind of upgraded every area that we thought was weak to make improvements to make kind of the ultimate in cooling capability. The one thing about this unit is that it's relatively heavy because when it's full of water and ice and everything, it probably weighs in at about 65 pounds. Now you can control that by putting less water and ice in it, but then you'll give up some cooling capacity. The way the machine works basically is it has a reservoir of ice water in it. It recirculates that reservoir of ice water through a small radiator. It's actually an automobile transmission cooler. That recirculating water through that radiator has a radiator fan that blows down through it. So while the water is circulating, the fan is blowing air down through it. That's ambient air. And as that air comes in, it pressurizes the box and it blows cold air out this duct. You can aim the duct anywhere you want in the airplane. We could do two ducts and actually have two blowing in two different directions if you wanted to. So there's a lot of functionality to this, and you can see it's very flexible about where you set it or what you do with it. This is actually an air intake duct for like a tuner car. So the way the machine works, I basically explained. You have the water circulating through the radiator. You have the fan blowing down through the radiator, pressurizing the air in the box, which comes out the top and blows cold air on you in the airplane. Now the nice thing about this unit is that it's got its own self-contained battery. That allows you to turn it on and off with this remote key fob from outside the airplane anywhere you are, and pre-cool the airplane while you're either doing pre-flight or flight planning in the FBO. This fob actually works up to about 80 feet. Along with that, the unit also has its own rechargeable port where you can plug a cigarette lighter jack into it and plug it into ship's power to recharge the battery. So there's the port. That recharges the internal battery in the unit. But when you're actually running it, you don't have to use ship's power to run it. So it makes it very flexible as far as location and, like I said, turning it on and off. So I'm going to show you how it works. Basically, it's as simple as pushing the on button. That starts the fan, that starts the recirculation of the water, and you have cold air blowing out. Now I'm going to open it up while it's running to kind of show you what's going on in here. You basically have ice water in the unit. You have a boat sump pump right here. The boat sump pump is sucking up water through the sump. It's circulating it up through the radiator. The radiator is having air blown through it this way into the box, and it goes up and it goes out here. This is the self-contained battery that basically runs the whole unit. This is good for a couple hours. Plenty of time for takeoff and landing and maybe short whiles in flight. And then while you're flying the airplane, this can recharge. So as you can see, it's entirely self-contained, and it does kind of everything you would want a cooler to do. So if you have any questions, send us an email. And we can fill you in on what we can do for you on one of these. We're thinking about making a smaller, lighter unit. It won't have the cooling capacity that this has, but it would probably be a little bit easier to handle and more appropriate for a smaller airplane where you don't want to put a large amount of weight in, say, for instance, the luggage area. So that's it. That's the JoeCool. If you have any questions, send an email to me, joseph_cumbey@yahoo.com, and Cumbey is spelled C-U-M-B-E-Y. Okay, thank you very much.
Stay cool.